Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Molly Medusa. We got our snakes back because I closed the game and reopened it, moved it to the correct screen, all that good stuff. Alright, so we finally have a map for this area. It indicates some keys, which I don't know that we need. Ooh, that... Ooh. The fact that we can't jump over ledges without the camera like freaking out on us is a bummer. Alright, so this is not gonna go to where I want. What about up here? There we go. So, in our previous episode, we gave a shot to the Minotaur boss, and it didn't go well, so we started exploring the world, and we ended up finding the second dungeon, which we can get into, and from that, we've gotten this shield. So, we can do that now. Hooray! Let's figure out this room. Alright, so this is a... repeat of that little puzzle. Oof, we need another one of those, huh? Camera's really doing us no favors with that. Alright, well, that means we need to go elsewhere to get the key. We know that... there's a key over here that we didn't collect. Because the map tells us so. So let's see if we can figure that out. Weird. We've only found 1 out of 9 of the little snake thingies. Wow. Alright, that's a round key, which is not what we need. I do wish that the map updated like where we were within the rooms. I get why it doesn't, but it would be nice, you know? Because sometimes you look at where we are on the map and you're like, no idea what this really wants from me. Alright, so is it possible? I don't think that's it. I don't see a downside to having this open. Lighting's really freaking out in here. This mirror did nothing for us, I don't think. Is this a case of like I'm not being observant about grabbing something again? No, I don't think so. Grab this, yes. Wait, is it literally just... It's just there. Gosh dang it. it's not even hidden. Like, it's just me being dumb. So, yeah. We'll go this way. Right? Yeah. Pretty sure, yeah. Continues to be kind of disorienting, flipping around like this. We're doing better, but yeah, it can be a lot. All right, cool. All right, cool. Go in here. Ooh. Okay. Am I hearing this music because there's going to be combat, or Jesus Christ game? Yeah, actually. You're shitting me. There we go. Not totally sure what we were focusing on. Was it the thing, or was it... Yeah, well, maybe. The way that it focuses, it feels like it's focusing on that thing, but then like right here, like we're in the wrong spot. I feel like maybe the rotation logic has some minor bugs that mostly don't matter. Right. No. I remain slightly bewildered by the the boing noise that happens when we complete something. Like it feels like such a weird choice of sound effect. Right? Hello? For while the library contains all verbal structures, all variations allowed by the 25 orthographic symbols, not a single absolute piece of nonsense. So, L, let's start writing these down. We've got a capital F, L, A, M, E, S. Flames. Okay, easy enough to remember. I assume that's a hint for this one. It's not really a hint. Okay. Kind of the Eye of Ra, but not exactly. Alright. I've got the impression that this is going to get complicated. So. Goes to there. Okay, so that goes to the sun. Do we have to put out the light? That remains actually quite frustrating. That, like, the distance of these feels so, like, arbitrary? Like, I'm sure that there's a specific distance that they're throwing, but it feels so far. Okay. We've made it nighttime. Okay. Alright, so I think I've done this the incorrect order. I think I needed, like, I'm not finding any, like, fire pots. So it's making me think that I needed to, go through a lens or something. Okay, we've got a lens there. that, that hits that. That falls to there. Now, just like that. There, which goes to there. Goes to there, which... Oh, interesting. Pretty sure this is what I need. Now means that I need to trace this guy. Okay. Double checking myself. Yeah, pretty sure I need to extinguish this one. Yes. Hooray! We did it! Ah, okay. F. L. A. M. Damn. We have a reset button. Nope. Alright, so lesson learned. You can trigger them even by just passing near them. So. Really wish that she had a tighter turning radius. Boing. And now we ring the bell. Every single time I hear the sound, it bewilders me again. Thought maybe. Alright, cool. So, I think that now means that we could go to the boss if we so desired. Do I so desire? You know what? Sure. We'll go ahead and look. Am I gonna necessarily act on that information? We'll see. Since, like, clearly we don't have to, actually beat the bosses to continue playing the game. Which, to be clear, I actually think is kind of a good thing. I like that we've had the option to say, I'll come back to this boss later. I think that's a good thing. All right, Nocturnal Predator Minerva. Ah. Oh. Okay, extremely Wind Waker. Was that a one-hit KO? Hold on. Do I have... Minerva... Molly does take damage. We can see that here. It must just be a rendering issue. Okay. So now we've got the problem. Oh gosh dang it, I've just figured out the previous boss. We freeze him and then we push him into... We freeze him and then we push him into the things. Of course, we're dead. Alright, at least in this case, because the boss door is just literally right there, we can just retry it, no problem. No, thank you. Did not really know what the deal is there. I'm starting to get the sense that the boss fights aren't this game's strong suit, which is okay. So far, I've enjoyed the dungeons. But that whole little scenario kind of felt like maybe the game was trying to trigger certain events and it didn't quite work out for it. that's interesting. It didn't hurt me as much that time. So here's what I think is happening. I think when we push the boss into the spikes, it triggers an animation. But while it's doing that animation, it's in its normal state. And so during its normal state, it deals damage to us. Or more correctly, it pushes us away. And so it pushes us into the spikes, we die. Even though what happened was we did damage to the boss, you know? And in case it's unclear, yes, it appears that we cannot Okay, game. Why isn't this working? Alright, well. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I legitimately don't think this is on me. I think this is the game not being put together well. Which doesn't feel good. I really don't want to toggle on the take no damage thing, but it's kind of feeling like the game is pushing me to that. Because it's feeling like maybe the developer didn't do this fight without that on. The way that, like, we do the thing and we immediately get punished for it, that feels wrong. What? No, focus on him. Obviously. Alright, yeah, you know what? Screw it. If the game wants to be like that, we're just gonna... We're not going to... Right there, like, what just happened? It feels really bad turning off an entire aspect of the game. Seriously, I touched it to grab it, to do the thing that the game wants us to do, and it's like, nah. I'm not even totally convinced we, like, did the right thing. Like, I'm not convinced that we, like, did a phase of damage there. I don't think we did. Like, as soon as I get up and, like, press the button to grab it, I get rocketed off the other way. feel like as soon as I get close and touch it... No. I'm starting to legitimately think that this fight is bugged, and I can't actually win it. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Alright, that didn't work out. I didn't even get close that time. I just... Alright, she's frozen. I want to just see, like, if I just stay here, what's going to happen? I'm assuming that it'll just end at some point. Let's try... We're going to change our approach here. Rather than pushing into spikes... try pushing her onto this. Alright, so, new theory then. New theory about why we were taking the damage. It wasn't that the boss was doing damage to us, it was that the hitboxes for the spikes through the boss are large enough that that was impacting us. Ugh. Again, we've got some, like, weirdness with the... Okay. Alright, our first boss. We're gonna go ahead and grab that. Even though that... Man. I'm gonna turn damage back on if it'll let me... Man, that makes me genuinely unhappy. What did we get? Found the owl key. The owl key will open the second of Circe's 4 locks. I'm glad that I picked up the
second key.
A second key. We've definitely found a first.
Where's the next one? Do you know?
Just sloppy, you know? Like... It's just bad communication between the game and me. For it to... For me to be unsure whether the boss is hurting me or if the environment is hurting me. And now that I've figured it out, it seems pretty clear, but like at the time I was like, what? Why is this boss like getting a free hit in? And the game hadn't given me reason to trust it, I guess, that that's not what was happening. Oh, interesting. Another beam of light? Oh, probably where we take the key to, if I had to guess. Hello? Okay, Neptune? Or I guess Poseidon. did the temple before we did that. Oh no, it's actually behind me. Fair enough, fair enough. I got tricked. What do we got? We found the compass. A signal will tell you if a heart piece is hidden in a room when you enter. Oh, okay. That just like, yeah, that's just permanent. That's just on. Ting. I assume that's the compass. I'd be interested to know, like, what's the audience that's like, I need more electric guitar in my Zelda. Like, I'm sure that it exists. It's just, I'm curious, like, what kind of percentage of the population are we talking about here? So this counts as a room. That's interesting. I see why. More health. Oh, our second line of health. I will admit it does kind of weaken the whole value impact of health when you know that you can just toggle off taking damage. Sort of the thing, like, once you install a mod in a game, you sort of lose a lot of the magic of the game. A lot like that. I'm assuming this is gonna be our, like, final dungeon. Feels like we should... Oh, we can read these? Again, there's just no prompt. Like, here, let me toggle off my camera. As you can see, there's nothing telling us... Oh, no, there is. It's just specific. From where we are right now, it doesn't say you can read, but you can. And if you get in just the right place, you can. So I guess it's just flaky? I swear I've run up to those before and not been able to get a prompt for them. Which I thought was just weird. I was like, yeah, it's strange that there's just not a thing for this, but okay. Never mind. I guess it goes to show how much, like, faith I've lost in this game that, basic things like, I don't know that I believe that there's going to be I don't think the sign's going to be legible. Isn't just like gonna assume like, oh yeah, that'll definitely work. Yeah. Is it gonna be a bolt? Oh, T-pose. I don't think it's actually a T-pose. I think that is our zipping through the air pose, but it reads like a T-pose. I do actually. I think I like the idea of you find heart pieces, but they're more like kinstones, where they have like a specific match somewhere. I think that's actually a pretty clever idea. Interesting that the map disagrees with what we're actually seeing. Circe's temple is sealed by 4 locks. The keys to the final one lies hidden within this palace. Alright, and so we need the bow in order to get into that. Okay. I'm guessing that because we beat the second temple, the flag for where we need to go next has changed. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pointing to C4. Yeah, almost certainly. The pyramid. And what you want to bet that once we beat the bull boss, it changes to point at the temple that we just finished. Again, this is kind of me not giving this game very much credit on the coding side, but like, I guess it doesn't take much to lose me on the programming side of things. Oh, another one of these. Do we think? Alright, so probably Hephaestus. Do we think this is going to be requiring an item that we don't have? Yeah, it sure looks that way. It looks like we need bombs. Alright, let's go beat the Minotaur boss. Alright, so... I really wish I could rotate the camera while we're driving. It feels weird that we can't. Yep. Alright, what does this actually say? To open the monster door, you must find and ring the monster bell. Okay. Fair enough. We now have significantly more health than we did the last time we tried this. Alright, that's not working. Also not working. Alright, so my theory about grabbing onto him is not panning out. Is there... Oh, do we think that it's a... He needs to be normal and not stone? Possibly. That feels kind of weak, but... We'll stand here at the corner of the cuboid. Gosh dang it. Not totally sure how you're supposed to pull this off. Mr. Rockface, you got anything to say? No? No. I don't really want to use you at the moment. I really thought I was onto something with getting him to, like, smack into the... Maybe I am gonna... See, he just, like, rolls over it. Oh, I guess my thing is empty, not built. Cool. Love that. What the heck is the intended mode? Nothing on this side of the hemisphere. goes right through them. Alright, well, alright. You know what? I'm gonna look it up. I'm just gonna find out what other people have done. 1 second. Okay, so apparently, the answer is you hookshot him while he's not stone? I could have sworn that we tried that, but... Okay. What? Oh. We're dead. We'll try again. It's fine. I could have sworn that I tried hookshotting him. Like, I think that was the first thing that I tried. Maybe not. Maybe I'm misremembering. This is one of the tricky things about game development in general. Is it's fairly easy for a player to think that they've tried something and be wrong. What must have happened? What did I hookshot off of? Game. What must have happened is I thought I was close enough, or I thought I was far enough away, but I actually got too close, and they turned to stone. Okay, we're just gonna stay here. Ah, okay. Got a full heart. Is that okay? I'm pretty grump about that was it. I just needed to hookshot while I wasn't so close. The spinning things were nothing. They meant nothing.
We did it, Mr. Rockface! We found a key to the witch's lair. I bet there's more of them around. We should keep going.
Alright, let's see where this says to go. That sure looks like it's pointing me towards, yeah. That's pointing me towards the dungeon that we just did. We're instead gonna go to, well, is it? Or am I being ungenerous again? I think it's pointing me to the wrong dungeon. So the way that this would work, right, is each of the keys, when you collect them, would probably have a little flag that says, run this bit of code. And the code would just be a little script that would say, set destination marker to, and then, probably grid coordinates here on the overworld. And that would be fine. But if you're doing like me and you're doing them out of sequence, then the next one, the one that should be highlighted, is not that. So the fix for that would be an if statement. Well, actually, there's a bunch of fixes. With code, there's always like a million ways to do things. Probably the easiest way, the way that I would recommend this game fix it, is an if statement. It's just like at the end of each of those, in each of those scripts, it says, if you've already got this, set it to here. If you've already got this, set it to here. Else, if you've already got this, set it to here. The other way would be to make yourself a little list and filter from the list by keys that you've already got. And then whatever's at the top of the list is now your thing. That's how I would probably do it, because that's going to be one of the easiest ways to maintain. But, like, that's a slightly more advanced way to do it. I mean, it's not truly advanced. It's nothing big. Filterable lists are dime a dozen. Interesting. So, advanced finger quotes, right? Interesting. This looks like a bug, but I'm certain that it's actually intended. That's very cool, actually. So 1/2 dark death, the other half light. Fascinating. Man, that's part of what's...
Do you hear it too, Mr. Rockface? The whisperings of the dead. Don't be scared, you little coward. Nothing to be afraid of here. It's not for real, you see? Not for real.
How are we gonna fill up this whole thing? I guess this looks like more items than it actually is. There's only 3 left. This spot immediately makes me think of Water Temple. But that's one of the frustrating things, right? Like, you can have a game that's got genuinely really good ideas that are bogged down by kind of flaky implementations. Oh, they're pomegranates. Aha. There's a whole thing about pomegranates in Greek mythology. Yeah. Cool. But yeah, you can have really good ideas that get bogged down by less than ideal implementations and just like suck all the fun out of it. Okay. Case in point, me fighting this camera. Triangle key. The chess aspect is interesting. That feels a little... I wasn't expecting that angle. Ooh. Okay, okay, noted. Can we... I get the impression there was probably an easier way to do that, but it's fine. Okay. Tell you guys what, actually. Now that we're back to this central room, I kind of think... Wait, am I back to the central room? Yes, okay. I kind of think let's call this episode here. Just gonna grab that just to get the treasure out of the way. Yeah, we will end this episode here. Next episode we'll, obviously pick up in the same dungeon. So the bulk of next episode will be in here. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this episode now that we finally have the first 2 bosses done. Pretty not happy with either of those bosses. Not happy that I had to turn off damage to get through boss number 2 because I wasn't understanding it, and not happy that I had to look up how to defeat boss number 1 again because I wasn't understanding it. It does make me pretty nervous that this next boss is going to come up. I'm going to get frustrated at it, have to look it up, all that stuff. So fingers crossed the boss at the end of this dungeon is not so bad. We'll see. So tune back in tomorrow to see how I get on with the next boss. Until then, bye!